This is Robert Peters once again back at you with some great educational topics, educational strategies. As a matter of fact, a lot of people have been really reaching out to us. You know, a lot of people have been in those in that link, in those chat boxes, really talking with us about, as we work across the country with districts, like how do we customize that? And I've got our own president, my boss, Dr. Ray McNulty, who's coming, and we're going to really talk about the design studio process. You know, at NDPC, National Dropout Prevention Center, which is a division of Successful Practices Network, we really focus on kind of meeting the customer where they are and kind of designing these processes and helping the customer collaborate and design those processes. So, Ray, as we begin to think about this theory of the design studio, talk with us about that. And let's talk through so clients really and people understand how we work with districts across the country.
Yeah, we're not off the shelf people. We don't have, like, you go in and say, I'll have a loaf of bread, what kind do you want, and things like that. Think of it more, a design studio is a place where, as we look at SPN, we're a group of educators long invested heavily in what's right for all of our kids. Right. And our theory of practice is when districts have an idea of something they want to make better, or they're having some challenges, a design studio we're a group of people that come in and we talk with the district, we get to know them. We don't come in with a solution. We come in to work with them and to understand what's going on in a district, and then to work with them on creating those practices. What are the things we can create for them that can help solve their problem? So it's not something where we'll come in and say, oh, you need 6 of these and 5 of those. We're going to sit down, we dig in. We're doing work with districts right now across the country. Some districts are having issues, in their school. They want to be more future focused. But what does that mean? And how do we get there? And what does it look like? And so we work with them, and we have processes to pull it out. The answers are in the school. The answers are in the people. We work with processes to pull out the ideas and then guide them. Does that make sense to you, Robin?
It definitely makes sense. And as you were talking, I was just thinking about, like the Peter Finches and Dr. Tricia Mooney, some people that we actually had online to really talk about those strategies and really talk about how customized those strategies are and how those strategies fit in their community. Those strategies might not necessarily fit in everyone's community.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's sitting down, talking with districts, talking with leaders, talking with teachers, talking with central office staff, and really seeing what their needs are, and then looking at developing them a plan that fits their DNA, that fits their structures.
Yep.
Definitely.
We have an internal theory, and the theory goes, it's like this. We say success by design, not by chance.
Right.
So we're gonna work, we're gonna develop the right processes with the clients. We're gonna work to get to understand who they are, what's so special about their district. Now, I don't know about you, Robert. All of us have been in the business for a long time, and I go to a district, and every district will say the same thing. Look, we're different than those others over there. We know that. There are peculiarities in every system. You have to take those into consideration. If you're going to invest in the future of our kids, you want to make sure it's designed right. You want to make sure it's designed for that system. And as I said, it's success by design, not by chance. We have no more of an important job. This work is so important that we can't be just dropping. Everybody takes an aspirin, right? To fix it. No, it's not everybody takes an aspirin.
Right.
What does Robert need? What does that school need? That's what it's really all about.
Definitely. And I'd say lastly, really designing to build capacity as well. Like as we begin to work with clients and share strategies, we want to connect we want to connect districts up with like districts that are doing some amazing work. We want to strengthen the structures. We want to develop customized content. But in the end, we want to make sure that we build capacity. We want to make sure that we are working with districts that when we leave, districts are able to continue that work. And as we plan in the beginning, we want to plan for that capacity building. So the design studio is not necessarily just the design, but it's also making sure that we build that capacity, as we work through the process.
Absolutely. And what we all have learned in education is they're doing things in schools all around the country. They're doing some interesting things. You can take that idea from that school, but you can't just take it and throw it in your system. You have to make some adjustments to it. And we know that. You can learn from others. It's about learning together and taking that and making it fit.
Definitely, when everyone was like, hey, Robert, we're getting a lot of good feedback from the videos. Keep giving us that feedback. You've got the link there. You've got the chat box there. If you're a district around the country doing some amazing things, hit us up in chat. We'd love to talk with you, get you online, make a video really talking about the great things that you are doing across the country. And, as you begin to say, okay, design studio, what does that mean? We really wanted to just take a little time to talk with you about that design process and how we build capacity. So, hey, I want to say thank you all for the great feedback. Thank you all for the great input, and keep getting close to NDPC. We want to make sure that you're part of this community. We've got a couple series that are going to be coming out in the next couple of days that we're looking forward to. So thank you, Ray, for being a part of this process. Thanks everyone for logging on, and folks, keep connected because we got great information keeping you informed about the awesome things that are going on across the country. So thanks a bunch.